That's really it. Criminals. But they weren't like young, glamorous guys, you know. They weren't like.
Well,
they
why
didn't
did you want to
seduce
hang
me
out
like
with
that.
them then?
They the only people that cared about me at that point. When I had nowhere to go,
But you
and
said
I was
your mother
hungry.
always cared about you.
She did, but she was lost at that particular moment, and she wasn't caring about herself at that moment. Being a man, I needed a father. I needed a male influence in my life, and these were the males. The other males who could have been a more positive influence on me were too scared to come where I was, or they didn't have the money, or they didn't have the heart, or whatever.
Well, tell me about not growing up with a father. Why didn't you grow up with a father?
It's not just me, it's a lot of people, but I didn't because, I mean, the times that I came up in was like the late 60s, they were still having free love, you know, they was just hitting what they was hitting. And my mother got pregnant and wasn't really getting with the guy that
She was
got her
married to
pregnant.
someone else at the time,
No, she
right?
wasn't married.
No?
My mother was out just living her life. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. And she got pregnant and had me. I didn't have a father.
Did you know who the father was, your biological father?
I still don't know who it is, for sure. I've never taken any blood tests. The guy who I knew was my father, who claimed to be my father, he passed away, he died.
And is that legs?
Yes, but then recently after I got shot, this other guy came, was like he was my father, and he looks like me. He'd been in the jail to see me. His kids look like me.
Well, what was that like?
That was the bug out. I just woke up and he was standing over me. So.
In jail?
When I was in the hospital.
And what did do you believe him?
I do in a way because he looks like me and his kids look like me.
Why don't you get a blood test to find out?
It's scary.
Is it pointless now?
In a way. I mean, I'm not gonna love him anymore or love him any less. So it's pointless.
Did he explain why he left?
Yeah.
What did he say?
It was personal. It wasn't, I don't want to put his word. I'll tell everything about me, but I don't want to give out his business.
That's cool. Can you tell me why you looked at legs as your father?
Because the way my mom's told me was like, he didn't even care. He was like, yo, because he slept with her around the same time. So he was like, you had a kid? She was like, yeah. He came and saw me in the bed. I had a real big head when I was a little kid. Same thing like right now. And he's like, oh, that's my son. No blood test, nothing. He was just like, that's my son. Took care of me, gave me money. But he was like a criminal too. He was a drug dealer out there doing his thing. So he only came, bought me money, material things.
You said that you had to go through a lot of tough times on the streets and you had to suffer a lot of abuse as a child. What kind of specific abuse are you talking about?
I'm gonna write a book and tell everything.
So you're not gonna tell me?
I mean,
are we talking?
Then I wouldn't get no money for my pain. I'd rather write a book about it. Get paid for my pain.
You don't count all those #1 albums as money for your pain?
Yeah, but I want to write about it. It'll be deeper.
All right. All right. Your mother has said that Tupac is always... Your mother said Tupac has always been the person who makes up the game.
Yeah.
Do you know what she meant by that?
I don't know what she meant, but...
How do you interpret it?
That I puts it down.
You what?
I put it down. I put it down. If it's about rap music, if it's about acting, whatever, I try to I want to get into the head seat, to the front seat. So I do what I got to do to get to the front seat. I work hard. I got to be involved. I got to excel at it. It can't be a small thing. It got to be a big thing. And I believe that I'm a natural born leader. I don't really take orders. I can take orders because I'm a good soldier, but I like to give orders. I like to say, I like to follow my own heart, but I don't like to control other people.
Right.
I think everybody should be the leader.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why it confuses me. It seems like those characteristics are the characteristics of somebody who would want to find out who shot them. I don't understand why you can take 5 bullets and not be doing everything in your power to find out who did it.
Because I'm saying, like, and then what do I do?
Do you not believe that there's justice? Do you not
and
believe
then what
you
do
have
I do
a
when
shot?
I find them? And then what do I do when I find them?
Press charges.
But
Attempted murder.
the police know who shot me.
And you don't believe that they're doing all they can to do that?
They're not doing everything they can to do that. They know who shot me. I already know who shot me. Number one. Number two,
but if
it's like Everybody knows who shot me. The police know who shot me. I
Well,
don't
if they
have no
know
problems.
who shot you, how come you don't know who shot you?
Because
They won't tell you?
No, it's just, I don't know. That situation with me is like what comes around goes around. Karma, I believe in karma. I believe in all of that. I'm not worried about it. You know, they miss. I'm not worried about it unless they come back. All right.
That's one of them. Oh, want me to put in the bag for you?
Yeah.
All right. And by the way, no tax for you.
Oh, that's okay. You know what? You my homeboy.
Come in, come in.
What's up? All right, how you?
Stop by some incense, man. Make me rich, man.
Man, I got so many incense, I'm starting to stink.
Some of it, man. All right.
What's up? All right.
You grew up without a father. How do you feel like your life would be different if you had grown up with a father?
I'd have had some discipline. I'd have had more confidence.
You seem pretty confident to me.
Now I am, because now I believe that I'm my own man, and I'm a man. You know, money gave me confidence. The screams of the crowd gave me confidence. But before that, I was a shell of a man.
Do you feel like one day that you'll be a good father?
I think I'll be a very, very good father.
Why?
Because I love kids. I love the innocence. It just does something to my chest. The innocence that they have, and how they look up to you, and how you can't do no wrong to them. And I love that, man. I would do anything. I'd do damn near anything. I'd do damn near anything for them. All the kids in my life, my nieces, nephews, they get anything they want. They got the best Christmases, everything. They get whatever they want. I'm a sucker for them. But I wouldn't have any kids myself because I'm scared to bring any children into this world, especially any black children.
For now
For
or
right
forever?
now. Just for right now.
Tell me about being raised by a mother who is a Black Panther.
It was great to me because she taught me how to be more international instead of being local. And I did get some principles from her that'll always be with me. She taught me how to be community orientated. And I think my mother taught me to understand women a lot more than my peers can.
You're in touch with your feminine side?
I think so. I think so.
How do you know?
Because I can be around, I'm not uncomfortable around women. I'm not uncomfortable around strong women. I'm not, I don't feel more, I don't get like a predator thing going when I'm around demure females, you know? I don't get a thing like this when I'm around strong females. I like being around females, I'm comfortable. I can get with them on every level. To where I got homies that just get straight nervous around females.
Weren't you going to maybe start a community center with Mike Tyson?
I am.
Is that progressing?
Well, what I'm trying to do now is have this program where I'm gonna have like a rap league. For like me, Tupac have his own football team, and Coolio have a football team, and Tretch have a football team. We all sponsor the team.
Made up of kids in neighborhoods?
Right. We sponsor the teams, have big games, probably get MTV to come do the World Series. Get like all the community people, like the churches to come out there and sell food, and get the fathers and the uncles to be security, and get the FOI and the deacons and everything, and bring the community spirit back. And then on the weekends we'll have like block parties. So I'm doing all this to raise money. Then we have like Get a Date, fundraisers, like people try to get a date with Tupac or Tretch or one of the other rappers.
And where would the money go to?
We'll have like a neutral center where we'll get the money together, and that'll be for, we're trying to get a community center in every ghetto in the United States.
It seems to me that you are trying to distance yourself from a thug life mentality.
Not that, I'm just trying to show who I am. That people locked up on one part of me that they really did not understand. So now I'm trying to do two things. One, help them understand the part of me that they didn't understand. And two, is to show that, you know, this is the type of things that young black males can do. We can do anything if you just give us a shot. Stop trying to beat us down.
Tupac, your life has been marred by considerable pain. Do you think you'll ever get to the point where you can live a normal, happy life?
No. But I'm going for it. I'm trying for it. And until then, I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have. Live the best life I can live, be as happy as I can be. Nothing is perfect for anybody, I don't think.